All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Woo. This is Sunsun Mashi, and here's Usnavi saying hi. This is a general reading on what to expect from Scorpio season. So, I'm recording at the time of October 17th. So, Scorpio season is in about a week. So, this is probably the earliest I've gotten one of the zodiac readings ahead of time. So I feel pretty good about that. For any of you wondering if you've missed my live stream just now, you did not. Whenever I make these videos, I do an unlisted live stream. So it's basically just a video recording that's like live technically. And then once I finish the video, I make it public. So, ow. So yeah, I might put a timestamp as to when the reading begins, but I think I'm about to get right into it. So this is just what you can expect from Scorpio season. A little bit of energy updates. Mercury is going direct pretty much right now as we speak, or over the next day. Jupiter just went direct, I think also just recently. So several planets have gone direct, and I think that is really, really big. So things might be going a lot more smoothly now. So if you've been experiencing any sort of delays or some sort of slow energy, you might notice things really pick up the pace at the time that you watch this, or around October 18th or through the rest of October. You might feel that the pace speeds up. We're also going into a watery season, Scorpio, and water, if you think of like waterfalls or just flow and how fast water can really travel. It's like when you go up the hill on a roller coaster, it's like Mercury retrograde, and then Scorpio season and Mercury going direct is kind of like the downhill part, but like in the fun kind of a way. Not like downhill, like things going downhill, but like just like speed and momentum is finally built up now. So I hope that all makes sense. So that's a bit of the vibe that I'm getting for Scorpio season. So let's look into it. I'm just going to be using the decks that are behind me, and we'll just start with a little bit of a timeline on what the energy sort of looks like. So this is the energy going into Scorpio season. So what energy are we having as we approach Scorpio season? We get the Ace of Pentacles. Transition, renewal, and evolution is what it says. So that's very funny. I asked what energy are we going into shifting in to Scorpio season, and we get transitional period as the energy, and it's in Earth, physical transition. So I guess your own physical habits might be shifting as you go into Scorpio season. So what you've been doing with your day-to-day may have slowed down, and it's literally evolving at this time and growing into something else. It's not necessarily like completely new. Some of you it could be, but it's like, why I say that is like, this is like a lizard shedding old skin. It's like, it's more like just rebirth, renewal of what you've already been doing. So it's like, yes, things will be picking up the pace, and your daily habits will be technically new and different, but it's going to be like habits that you've already worked up, healthy living styles that you've already started building. So I feel like some of you could literally be cleaning. That's like a word that comes through, because that's something that's crossing my mind. Just like keeping up with your daily routine, like clearing out some old energy. So if there's something that needs to be cleaned, or if it's been a while since you've been able to do your daily exercises or yoga, like something that has been missing from your daily routine, I feel like some of you might be making some time for that right now. And then also entering it, we get also another number one, the Magician, going with the Ace of Pentacles. So that's very interesting. This says leadership, impulse, innovation, and opportunity. So you're really taking charge. Yeah, this is like these daily habits that I keep focusing on for some reason that you've been working towards. You're really taking charge in it. So, like, whatever it is that you've been trying to get more on top of with your daily routine, being like more responsible with, or like, um, just making time for that you haven't been able to make as much time for. Really quick examples like I'm making time for the YouTube channel. It's sort of new right now. Maybe some of you like haven't been making as much time for friends, but now you are making more time for friends. Something along those lines. It doesn't have to be those exact examples because obviously those cater to me, but it could be something like that, like cleaning. Again, these are just things that I'm being inspired by in my surrounding environment. But it's not because I think that this is like what I'm going to do specifically with the energy. It's just ideas of what it could manifest or look like. Or that those of you listening like sort of know what I'm talking about with whatever it is in your situation. Some sort of responsibilities that you needed to take care of that for some reason were put on the back burner up until all of a sudden. Suddenly, maybe some of it wasn't because you were procrastinating, but it was because you simply couldn't. Like, you needed to reach out to something or someone, like a business or a friend, but literally they were out of town or business hours were down until literally right now. You know, it's something like that. Like, literally in every way, the universe had it so that you were too busy to do something specific. And here you are now where every, like, certain blockages or like obstacles have cleared. So that's what I'm getting is entering Scorpio season. So now that that's the energy for getting into Scorpio season, let's look at what Scorpio season is going to be like with the first, second, third, and fourth weeks. So in the first week of Scorpio season, we've got the moon, Pisces. And this says subconscious, indecision, critique, and sensitivity. So literally you'll be like, if any of you are a Scorpio or a water sign, welcome to your element. Like, this will be a really good time for you, I think, or familiar time for you at least. But yeah, right away it'll Scorpio season will hit and it'll be like, oh yeah, our intuition is up there. What we know as our truth or how we wish to communicate it is up there. Like, and then we've got Eight of Water, hiding from judgment, insecurity. So we get two water cards the moment we enter Scorpio season. So that matches up. So let's see. Hiding from judgment, insecurity, indecision, critique, sensitivity. So, okay, first week of Scorpio season, some of you listening might be a bit hard on yourself, like thinking that you didn't do nearly enough that you needed to in the previous season, or that you haven't done enough. Like, you might be like pretty critical on your own journey or on the pace of the way things are going. If you don't feel like you're being critical on yourself, you might be feeling like critical on life, like things are not going fast enough or something like that, or that you're not going fast enough, or that someone's not going fast enough. There's some sort of energy there, but it's more of an insecurity, in the sense of like, so like pretty much what I'm getting at is like, see this horse, and basically the message I'm drawing is horses are fast, yet this horse feels like it's slow. Like, you feel like you're a slow bolt of lightning. Why does a bolt of lightning feel like it's slow? It's like the fastest thing ever, you know? So it's like you might be feeling insecure about where you're at in some ways, or that you don't have everything figured out yet, but it's a journey, and I feel like you need to be more patient and understanding with yourself and give yourself a lot more credit. I feel like, hiding from judgment is like, you're worried, that the truth of things is that you're not where you need to be or where you should be in the first week of Scorpio season. Possibly, if that resonates. Oh. I love apple cider. Okay. And let's get a tarot card from this deck. Let's clarify this energy. So, what is this energy about? Why are you feeling it? And like, what's it all for? So we get the Page of Swords. It's to learn and to grow is the very first thing that comes up. The Fool card, and to trust. To learn trust, pretty much. And to succeed, actually. And that really it's your deep wounds that are holding you back, if anything. Like, it's not coming up because you deserve judgment or punishment. It's coming up because you've had judgments and punishments done onto you in the past. The Three of Swords is like past judgments, past hurt that still carry on with you today. So if you are being critical on yourself, it's because of past experiences that you're still needing to heal from, that you've been maybe hiding from with the hiding from judgment card, or that has been hiding from you. These judgments have been buried deep into your subconscious and not at the front of your conscious, so that you feel okay enough to function every day. I feel like that's how our subconscious works. It buries things for us so that we can focus on what we need to focus on. At least that's its intention. Our subconscious's intention is what I think. So yeah, I'm getting that like the first week, whatever this energy is about, it almost feels like I want to say like it would be a lie if we were to act like you have no past trauma to heal from, and that the first week of Scorpio season is just all perfect and daisies. When Scorpio season is all about kind of healing past wounds, healing wounds in general, healing from trauma and recovering from trauma, and from transforming death and rebirth. Like, that's a lot of what Scorpio season is about. It's a very technically dark season. Like, matches up with how Halloween or like other like spooky festivities, whatever, are around the time of Scorpio season. So it is kind of like a spooky season. And so first week, there is like some sort of like, there's something spooky, but not in a bad way. I'm not trying to worry anybody. I just think that is sort of what Scorpio season kind of centralizes on. Some of the shadowy energies needing to go into your subconscious and find the truth of things. So, and it's not bad. It's like, compared to what other cards could have come up, this is definitely like overall like a more lighthearted one. It's like you can enter this season expecting to face your shadows, but that you've grown so much that like it won't be so bad. So yeah, let's look into the second week. And let's use this deck. So week 2 of Scorpio season. What is the energy? So strange. Like, see how this, I don't know if you can see, but basically this card is upside down compared to all the other cards. And it was the one that like revealed itself to me. Trust. Reversed. So the second week, and that's very interesting because the first week was about learning trust. So there's something about this carrying over into the second week where some of you might be having a difficult time still with trust. Oversight. This is very interesting. Some of these cards are facing different directions. Let me draw this one. Pessimism. Okay. So I feel like what it is that generally things are actually going like pretty good externally at this point, or that like things have been, but you're worried about the future anyways. Like you're worried you missed something. Again, there's this energy of worrying that you didn't do enough or you didn't prepare enough for something. There's this pessimism going on here of the energy of how you might be feeling in the second week for some reason. And let me pull some cards on like why. Why would this be the energy in the second week? Four of Cups. I feel like it's because there's these offers that have come up along the way and you feel like you've missed opportunities pretty much. But that's not the case. You just knew it wasn't what you were looking for. I think you're right where you need to be and you're just not sure. And so you do have some moments of doubt. Like you're worried that you missed something. So like let's look at like what Spirit really has to say and offer to you with the second week. The Ten of Swords. That's just the painful past talking. Once again, a really heavy energy. Those are past swords that have been stuck into your back, so to speak, that linger. It's something that's over with. Like, whoa. Like, okay. Okay, well, I caught all the cards, and then this one wanted to come out. It's the Death card. That's literally this Ten of Swords. It's the same card, pretty much. So why you're feeling this way is because the worst is pretty much over. You've already cleared out the energy, and you've already like basically conquered like whatever you needed to inside of yourself. Like you faced your fears is what I'm trying to get at. And you just feel unsure. You feel like unease about that because you're like, I feel like I've made it through this conflict, but that there's still something that's going to happen again. Like there's that, we all kind of carry with us fear in a sense, and no matter how much we work through, it always kind of revisits us where we're like still worried that something can still happen. I think this is reasonable for you to feel this way if you do feel this way at any time, because it's okay, basically. Like it's natural for you to have doubts and fears after having been hurt so much in life. So like, what is the advice for you with week 2, or something to help you with, something to know to just help reassure you? Knight of Wands, that this is a healing process in the World card, and that you're always complete. You're always whole, no matter what happens in this world, and no matter how you feel, like physically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally, no matter what's happened to you or what's happening, you're always beautiful, and you're going to be okay. That's what like comes through that I want to say. So yeah, let's look at the energy for week 3. And I'm going to pull from this deck. So the 3rd week of Scorpio season. Action. So anything that you're worried that you missed, you're going to take action towards it. And it's actually like the perfect time, pretty much. It's like what's happening right now, or at the end of October with Mercury going direct. Like things that were on pause are suddenly ready to go. So the first 2 weeks of Scorpio season, you're going to feel like there's still certain things that got missed that you didn't get to focus on. The third week, you'll be able to. So if there's certain blockages still in your path in the first couple weeks of Scorpio season, I'm getting that you'll be able to take action towards whatever those obstacles are in the third week. So action, third party, and received. And spring. Yeah, it's like it was outside of your control. The reason you felt like critical on yourself or on like you were missing something was because you were. And you just needed to give it time before it was ready to be presented to you. So I feel like whatever trust you were having difficulties like manifesting within yourself, if that makes sense. Okay, Snubby. Like it all pays off because you eventually just sort of stood your ground by waiting. You weren't sure if you were supposed to wait or if you were supposed to do something specific in the first 2 weeks. Like, did I miss something? And the answer was like, no, the thing you were missing was in the future, in the third weeks, in the fourth weeks to come. Does that make sense? Hopefully. So, yeah, it's like the first 2 weeks is sort of like a waiting period where you're doing a lot of internal work, but by the third week, there is stuff for you to actually do. So what is that all about? The Emperor. It's about forward movement, taking charge in your life, and like your plans coming into fruition. The Four of Swords, from careful planning. You were being careful is the thing. You actually weren't going too slow. You needed to slow down. And you weren't sure if you could trust that because you were worried, what if I slow down and I miss it? I miss my opportunity. You can't. It'll be floating there ready for you when you are ready, you know? So that's what I'm getting for the third week. And then finally, we've got the Chariot, which is about forward movement again. And then finally, we've got the fourth week. And I'm going to use this deck as to what the energy is in the fourth week of Scorpio season, / basically the end of Scorpio season. Also, for any of you wondering when I'll be going live next to do live readings, I'm not sure, but I hope I can do it soon. So we get the Five of Water at the end of Scorpio season saying underlying emotional issue, self-doubt, and fear. This is exactly what I was talking about. So what is this with the end of the season? Moon, secrets, mystery, and cycles. It's like certain mysteries about your underlying issues are being revealed to you through these cycles. So, okay, this card really, these ones still want to come out. I wanted to shuffle more, but the Ten of Swords is back. This is the Ten of Swords. We just got that card in the previous week, or week 2. And the Queen of Pentacles. So, yeah, the last week and the ending of Scorpio season is you just sort of making peace with your past. You don't make excuses. You know it was sad. You know the things that happened were tragic and just like not right for you. But you've found peace in it because you're where you are today through whatever's happened, and you found real community, real peace, real support and love. 4, Mars. 4s and 10s and 1s, these all keep coming up. Vitality, action, aggression. This also says on the 10 of Swords, unsavory action. So we get unsavory action, but then we also get very positive action too. So it's like you're being able to differentiate the bad actions that have happened in life that don't come from you versus your actions. Like the unsavory actions are not your own. They are these scissors that are, or this sword, sorry, it's a sword, from someone else that's going and taking like harsh judgment onto Medusa. Any of you know, like, the original stories of Medusa is that she was actually just a victim. She didn't do anything wrong. So you're basically coming to terms with that all the bad things that happened ever were not your fault. They were the actions of others. And your actions shine bright and burn bright like an eternal flame. So yeah, let's look into like why this is the energy in the last week or 4th week or ending of Scorpio season. You can also see these as quarters of the season, if not by weeks. Why is it like this? The Hermit. This is what you've learned. This is from all that introspection, all that inner work that you did throughout life, yes, but throughout this Scorpio season, because again, the first 2 weeks you definitely were digging deep with the Moon card and that like questioning what to trust. You're really trying to figure out who's trustworthy, who's untrustworthy, what is trustworthy, what is untrustworthy, and so forth. You really were asking questions and seeking for the truth. And it's like through Scorpio season, you find it. The truth is important. The Tower, and it changes things. It really does. This is to help bring some change into your life. Probably in preparation for Sagittarius season and the King of Pentacles and for your abundance. So that is sort of why the energy is there. And then to receive true like judgment, a true decision made that's actually to be celebrated in the highest interest of everyone. So you basically, this all leads you to a place where things work out well for everybody instead of just for you or for someone else. Like one person wins, the other loses. This is like a everybody wins kind of a card. So this was for you. This was for your best interest, basically, this whole season, I think. Because you're successfully working through the inner wounds that you need to heal through. That you didn't deserve to have happen to you, but since it did, here's how you healed from it, you know? So you're like a success story. All of this is kind of for your own success. So yeah, that's what I've got for Scorpio season. To leave off on any advice, just for like whenever you need it, whether it's through this season or at any time, a personal issue reaches resolution. Yeah, it just looks like you're really working through some deep emotional trauma or issues, and you're really getting to the bottom of it. So that's what I have for all of you. I'm sending so much love, wishing you all the best. And I am going to possibly do a Sudoku video on how to solve another Sudoku puzzle. So if any of you are interested in solving Sudoku, I will see you in that video. But yeah, other than that, I will see you all later. Okay, take care.